Okay students, so today we will do chapter number 5, that is types of software. So let us see what are the main topics. So first one, we will learn about what is software. Then we will learn about different types of computer languages. Then we will learn about the translators, and lastly we will learn about different types of softwares. So students, let's get started. So computer is a machine. Yes, so a computer cannot do anything of its own. So a human being is needed to instruct the computer to make it work. Yes students. So software is nothing but these are the group of instructions given by the user to the computer to make the hardware work. Okay students. So you have understood what is computer software. Now students, to give instruction to the computers we should need we require a language. Yes, so here we are with different types of computer languages. Fine, so we will see here what are the different types of computer languages. So these are, the first one is machine language, next is assembly language, and third is high level language. So we will now see one by one what are these three different types of languages. So first is machine level language, or it is also said to be as low level language. See, zeros and ones. Okay, machine level language or low level language, it uses what? Zeros and ones. Fine. So this is very difficult to learn and very difficult to use. Very error means there is a high risk or greater chance of having error. So it is obvious students, writing everything in zeros and ones, it's a bit difficult, not a bit but much, isn't it? That's why after machine level language another language came, that is assembly language. So here I have attached a picture of assembly language where instead of zeros and one some small codes are used. We can say it as mnemonic codes, small codes, like here you can see sub, and so these some of the small codes are used in assembly language. But again assembly language is a little bit easier than low level or machine level language, but again has some limitations. Okay, that's why next level language came, that is high level language. So the examples of high level languages are Java, Python, QBasic, C, C++, and all. This high level language, it uses what? General English words like and, print, so scanf, printf. So general English language which is very easy to learn and to use. Now you should have a question that, okay, machine level language or low level language is 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 is the only language understood by the computer. So you should have the question, how assembly language and the high level language is understood by the computer. So there is a translator. Okay, a translator is needed for those programs, for high level and assembly programs, to be converted or to be translated to machine level language or low level language. Alright students, so let us see what are the different types of translators. So the translator that is used to translate assembly language into low level language is said to be as what? Assembler. And the translators used to translate the high level language into low level or machine language, there are two such type of translators, interpreter and compiler. Now students, as I told you, assembler is the translator used to translate assembly language into low level language or machine language. So you have understood. Now we will see the difference between interpreter and compiler. So interpreter and compiler both do the similar task, that translating the high level language into low level language or machine language, but there is a difference between both of them. The difference is that interpreter translate the whole program line by line, but the compiler translate the program at once. Okay, suppose the program is of 5 instructions. So the interpreter will translate one instruction at a time and give the error if there is any. Like that, all it will run 5 times. So for 5 lines it will translate, means 5 programs it will translate one by one, the interpreter. Okay, but the compiler will translate the whole program at once. So this is the difference between interpreter and compiler. Alright students, you have completed with what is software, different types of languages and translators. So one topic is left, that is different types of softwares, that we will cover in our next session. Alright students. Okay students, I believe whatever I taught you, you have understood properly. If you have any confusion, any doubts, let me know. Alright, so for today I'm ending my session. Thank you.